the world of Super Mario, Rosalina stands out as one of the most iconic princesses there is. However, have you ever stopped to think that her past is one of the darkest and heaviest in the entire series? Rosalina's family. Rosalina's past was already pretty heartbreaking back in the Super Mario Galaxy games, which served as the foundation for the feature film. But the Star Princess's story changes quite a bit between these two versions, since the games take place in a universe that isn't the same as the movies. The biggest change is that, in the games, they never said that Peach and Rosalina were actually sisters. That was just a fan theory that Illumination decided to make canon in the theaters, and it turned out to be a really cool and emotional change. Another different point is about Rosalina's parents. In the movie, it seems like she and Peach don't have biological parents, because they were born from stardust. However, back in the games, Rosalina had a father, a mother, and even a brother, which changes everything. There's even a rumor that her father and brother might still be out there somewhere. Even so, the duo has never shown their faces in any game. They were only mentioned by the princess. And nobody knows what the vibe was like between them and Rosalina. Did they get along, or did they butt heads? It's hard to guess, but it's kind of weird that they've never appeared. But the fact that they don't exist in the movies makes the Star Princess's life even lonelier, because it means she had lost her only family, Peach. But as bizarre as it sounds, that's just the beginning of Rosalina's sad and tragic journey that you probably didn't know yet. Get ready, because we're about to blow your mind, Mother Grief. With everything we've talked about, you can see that Rosalina's other brother, or rather, her other sister, and her father have a big chance of appearing in the next movie. But what about her mother? If Illumination follows the game's lead, her mother will have passed away, a tragedy that can't be changed. Except nothing guarantees it'll be that way, so we can't rule out Peach, Rosalina, and maybe Daisy finding their mother, which would be quite the plot twist. But even if she's already gone, it's almost certain we'll see her in some flashback. In fact, our guess is that the sisters' cosmic gifts came from their mother. What do you think about that idea? In the games, we discover that the reason the princess left Earth was her deep sadness caused by the death of her mother, who was her best friend. Exactly because of that, she set out to help a little Luma, who was crying, searching for its mother in space, and she stayed on that mission for years and years, which distracted her from the grief of losing her beloved mother. It took Rosalina a long time to accept that her dear mother was gone, and that still affects her today. Actually, that's the very reason she ended up becoming the adoptive mother of the Lumas. She knows how bad it is to grow up without a mother and doesn't want that for the little ones. It's the kind of thing that's sad and beautiful at the same time. If we look at it, the mother's death was swapped for her and Peach's separation in the movie. In both cases, the protector of the Lumas lost someone she loved in childhood and never truly got over it. The big difference is that Peach is alive and Rosalina manages to find her again, which gives the story a happier ending. So, yes, Rosalina from the games losing her mother is heavier than her being separated from her sister in the movie. But both situations are very sad. Father and brother. It became clear that what happened before between the Rosalina from the games and the one from the movies is quite different. But look, there's a hypothesis that few people noticed. Maybe the past of both versions isn't as distinct as the Super Mario Galaxy movie tries to show. This happens because it's very possible that Rosalina does indeed have a father and a bro, even in this story where Peach is her sister. At the end of the day, what we know about their past is only what Peach remembers and what Rosalina decided to share with her younger sister. But here's the thing. Peach's memories are a bit blurry because she was just a baby in arms, and who knows if Rosalina isn't keeping it real, with this whole Stardust story being a cover-up to hide that they have, or had, parents. It wouldn't be the first time she's hidden the truth from Peach, since she went about 20 years without showing up, even knowing the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom was dying to know where she came from. Maybe Rosalina didn't tell the whole truth about the family just to keep her little sister safe. If that's the case, we'll likely find out in the next Mario movie, and if we're going to go crazy with theories, it would make sense for their father and brother to be evil and want to use their powers, like the other villains. Another chance is that they are hostages of some terrifying villain and made Rosalina swear she would protect Peach, even if she had to lie about them. Especially since Peach is brave as heck, she would definitely throw herself into danger to save her relatives if she knew about them, just like she did going to rescue Rosalina from Bowser Jr.'s hands. Will Peach figure all this out in Super Mario 3 and go after them? separated sisters. During a good part of Super Mario Galaxy the movie, Rosalina's trajectory is a huge mystery. But everything turns upside down when Princess Peach remembers that the two are, in reality, sisters who were separated while still very young. Basically, Rosalina and Peach were little girls created from cosmic dust who inhabited outer space. They always carried very powerful space gifts, which double in strength when they hold hands, only that attracted evildoers who wanted to steal those gifts to do wicked things. Because of this, Rosalina had to make the super difficult choice of leaving Peach on a different planet to ensure that no one would find her. Thus, Peach ended up being raised by the Toads over in the Mushroom Kingdom, while Rosalina went her own way until she bumped into the Lumas, became a mother figure to them, and lived together with the gang in the Comet Observatory. Now seriously, after all these details and Easter eggs, I think we deserve your subscription, don't we? Watching from afar. In all this time, Rosalina missed her sister like crazy. For real. So much so that she kept watching over Peach from the Comet Observatory, even without having the heart to go down there and say hi. Rosalina followed her sister being raised by the Toads, and also saw her become the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. To tell you the truth, Rosalina even saw the events of the Super Mario Bros. Movie through binoculars, which we notice right at the start of Super Mario Galaxy, when the Lumas ask her to narrate the story of the Plumber Bros who saved the day. But Rosalina seemed more interested in telling Peach's own saga, which proves she never got her little sister out of her head. It's so sad to know that she spent years just watching Peach's life as a spectator, even though she wanted to be right there by her side. At least Rosalina was lucky enough to see what was happening with her sister and know she was doing fine. It sucks that many people have to stay away from those they like and spend their lives with no idea what happened to the person, just rooting for them to be well and enjoying life. Daisy. In reality, there's a big chance that the post-credits scene of Super Mario Galaxy set the stage to tell the story of the rest of the family in the next movie of this top-tier franchise. We're talking about the part where Princess Daisy shows up. Yep, Daisy, one of the most beloved princesses in Mario's world. If you're wondering how her appearing can confirm something about Rosalina and Peach's relatives, the logic is simple. Maybe she's the third sister of this crew? It sounds crazy, but remember that Rosalina has a brother in the games who never appeared? What if he exists in the movies, but as a girl, just like Peach? A sign of this is that, in Daisy's scene, she's in the Gateway Galaxy, where people from all over the universe meet up to travel to other planets. In other words, it implies that Daisy comes from space, just like Rosalina and Peach. Especially since, from the first film, it was clear that Peach was the only human in the Mushroom World, at least until Mario and Luigi arrived. So it's very likely that Daisy doesn't live in that world yet. Everything we know about her fits the idea of her being another long-lost sister of Rosalina. And if that's true, you can imagine Daisy telling the true origin of the sisters and taking them to meet the trio's father. Same age. Or is it the opposite? And in fact, the Rosalina from the movies is indeed super old like the game version, making Illumination's Peach much older than what we see in the games? That would make us look at Peach with different eyes. We always thought the thing about her arriving in the Mushroom Kingdom as a baby happened about 20 years ago, but it could be that this happened centuries ago, which means Peach has been the queen of the Toads for many generations. This is totally possible when we remember that Peach also has the same gifts as Rosalina and just doesn't know how to use them on her own. If Rosalina lives for centuries, Peach can too. The funny thing is that if she's that old, Mario definitely has no clue, and it's going to be hilarious when he finds out from someone that she's old enough to be his great-great-grandmother. Hundreds of years. Another point that changed in Rosalina's life is that, in the games, she is much older than she looks, having hundreds of years under her belt. So much so that she visits her home planet only once every 100 years, as if it were a short break. But, since she and Peach are sisters in the movies, that had to change. In the flashback showing the past of the two in the movie, they are just children. Peach is a baby, and Rosalina is a little girl. Currently, both are adults, but the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom seems to be in her 20s. Since Rosalina grew that much in about 20 years, she must be only slightly older than Peach. We'll wrap up here, but if you also love everything involving pop culture, check out these two video options we're leaving for you on your screen. You can watch either of the two, you're sure to love them.